Hello and welcome to another review check on the starsound.com. My name's Chris Sloan. I've got a good friend with me today. He's from the north. We call him the king in the north. His name's Andrew Muggleton.
Hi there, Chris.
King in the north. King
I'm glad I've got that title now.
in the
King of the
north.
North. I like it.
Today we're going to talk about a game that I wrote a review for, and we also, again, we've both played it.
Mm,
Amazing. So we
the
can both
second
talk.
time ever.
I know.
Depending on which
Um,
video goes up.
it's because it took us so long to make these videos. That's why
Yeah.
we've both played it. We're going to be talking about Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Mm, mm. Very
Um,
good game.
Very good game. I gave it
Yeah.
a 9 out of 10, or a
Yes.
9.0, or I don't know, however we're rating them.
Yeah. Why?
Uh,
So Chris, why did you give it a 9? Why is it
why did I
deserving
give
of
it a 9?
such a high score?
It's very high, isn't it? Um, I gave Wolfenstein New Order a 9 out of 10
Mm,
because it's probably the most fun that I've had with a new game this year.
mhm,
It's kind of relentlessly fun. There's not a part in
mm.
it that you're going to be sort of get bored with, and it's going to sort of start getting lame. Um,
Other than maybe the little bit where you're swimming around for ages, but other than that, that's like 10 minutes of the game.
well, it didn't take me that long to do that
Okay, some of us
bit.
a bit
I just
thorough with
I
our
just bombed through
gameplay.
it. Yeah, I didn't want to pick up every collectible or everything. Well, um, yeah, it's just cool. It tells a story. It's like an alternate history story. It tells the story of B.J. Blazkowicz,
Blaskovich. I don't
something.
know.
Um, he has been in a coma for, is it 14 years?
That's what you've written.
Is that what I wrote? I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
got.
what you write. So I think that's right.
I think that's right. Yeah, because he was
What's
in
the end of when did he?
1946. He was in
1946.
a coma, and
Wakes
it's
up in
set in
1960.
1960. So that makes sense. Um, and he wakes up and the Nazis have taken over everything, pretty much. They won. They won the Second World War. They've taken over everything. London's being controlled by a big robot. The Nazis have even got a base on the moon. They did a pretty cool mission on as well at the end. Um, yeah, so it's a first-person shooter. It's pretty. It's pretty original compared to other first-person shooters that are coming out at the moment. It's more sort of old school,
Yeah.
I think, in the way it's more just run and gun and kind of yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would you? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts generally on?
Generally feel pretty similar. I think in terms of first-person shooters, if we're just looking at the genre, I think it's one of the best I've played recently, maybe even ever. As in maybe like in a top tens list of first-person shooters for me. And again, really just because it's so much fun. It's just everything feels great as you do it through the game. The storyline never really gets in the way at
Yeah,
all.
I was gonna say that as one of the things that not doesn't let it down, but it just kind of
No,
it's
it's
just
not. It's not one of the high points. It's not one of
what
the
it is.
highest points that it has. But no, yeah, I think also the setting of everything, the alternate history that they've got, that is down to a T. I think it's perfect
Yeah,
the way they've done it.
yeah.
And it's
The
like
whole
even
world of that game is brilliant.
yeah, it's just so well thought out and brilliant. And I like also that they legitimately have it's outrageous, it's over the top and everything, but it's also got a sense of almost realism, and it does base upon what the Nazis actually did during the World Wars and stuff. And it kind of takes what they did, like with disabled people and mutations of animals and things like that, and it just amplifies it by a million.
Yeah, and
Um,
also like the sort of weird stuff that was dug up after the Nazis
mm,
were defeated in World War, their sort of plans and like looking into the occult and things like that. They're all actual
yeah,
facts that they were looking at and just how crazy they were.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, one thing I was going to mention quickly as well is just how awesome you feel playing in this game.
mm,
It's you don't feel like you're like one soldier kind of in an army who's kind of
yeah.
obviously better than everyone else, whatever. You are literally the most
I,
awesome person ever. Like you know that you'll pick up an assault rifle and then 2 seconds later you'll pick up another one and you're literally holding both assault rifles, bombing through, got rocket launchers out on your assault rifles.
It,
double wielding shotguns, like just ridiculous things like that that just
it it revels in its outrageousness. Like it takes so much fun and happiness from just being so over the top. It just does
yeah.
it for a fun reason, and it just does it perfectly. Um,
It doesn't take itself too seriously.
yeah,
Like
doesn't take
there's
itself
some very
serious that
serious,
much, but yeah,
like some
yeah,
fairly serious themes in it and stuff like that with like oppression. But they're dealt with really subtly. Like
yeah.
I don't there's a part I don't know if you got. I'm sure you did see this actually when you were playing through it.
Mm,
Um, there's a part when your sort of base when it's under attack and you're in there, um, like clearing out the Nazis from there basically.
yeah,
Where you go in and there's a husband and wife that you don't really talk to. I think you save the wife or something, or the husband. I can't remember, and
yeah,
reunite them. But basically, what's happened is when the base has been overtaken by Nazis, they've both lied down on their bed together and killed themselves,
yeah,
and they're both lying on
yeah.
the
I think
bed. And like,
yeah,
there's nothing mentioned about that. It doesn't stop and show you a little cutscene of your character looking at them. It's just something that you see, and then you sort of move on. And stuff like that is dealt with really well. And
there's a
um,
lot of good context through a lot of the things. There's a lot of subtle, nice little drops that they put in
yeah,
with it.
and also just little things like uh, you can the collectibles you can get all the way through the game, and some part of those are picking up music.
Mm.
And finding like I can't think of an example now off the top of my head, but it's finding
Was there not
like
like a
popular
Beatles?
songs. Sorry.
They're not like a Beatles song, or what
Yeah,
was
I feel
it?
like there probably is,
Yeah,
but like as it's been done, it's the same melody and everything, but it's got with like Nazi lyrics and stuff like that. There's stuff like that's really funny. Um, and just like I think the one bit in the game that sums it up is when you're sort of there are stealth parts in it as well. One of these stealth parts, and that works really well actually. I think the stealth. Um,
definitely.
one of the best bits is when you're sneaking through and you go through these sort of um, like sleeping areas for where the soldiers like the Nazi soldiers sleep
Mm.
and their living quarters kind of, and you see a Nazi lying on the top bunk, and you sneak up by the bed, and you just ram your knife up through the bed, kill this guy, and your character just goes, "Wake up, you're dead," like that. And it's just the most stupid line ever. It's like a Schwarzenegger line in
Yeah,
Terminator or a Razor or films like that. It's absolutely classic, but
yeah.
yeah,
That's great. And another thing which I think is easy to look over, but is fantastic in the game, is it looks as though a lot of the time when you get into cutscenes and stuff like that, it's done like a film. There's like
yeah.
sharp cuts
Oh,
across, nice transitions. The tone of the cutscenes goes really well in a really
music,
snappy, yeah, music. It's kind of almost Tarantino-ish, kind of in the way it's
yeah.
kind of snaps across really quickly, and like there'll be a serious scene, and it'll just snap across to something which is completely like different. Really cool the way that's done.
Yeah, it flows brilliantly. Like I sat there, I think I played that game in like 3 sittings or something like that. It's something
Yeah,
depressing like that. It just flows so well.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of,
Negative?
yeah,
Maybe?
that's what I was gonna say. I'm trying to think of something bad to
I
say
think
about it.
storyline's not the most memorable thing in the world. It does the job, I feel, of doing the game. Kind of, it does the job fine.
Yeah,
Um, and
the
it's got
problem.
bits.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say it's got bits that are really good and really fun and stuff, but there is also just a bit, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, and like the main bad guy as well. Like he's good.
He's not in it that much though, which is like
Yeah,
I think that detracts
I
because
agree.
you've got a semi bad person,
Like the woman.
the woman
Yeah,
who there isn't you don't resolve anything with that. It's a bit like odd how
I
really
think
you
that's done on
want.
purpose. But like,
I'm sure, yeah,
yeah,
but it's yeah,
because she's like in it more, and you kind of hate her a bit more.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely,
how good is that bit on the train with her as well? That kind of
yeah,
weird cutscene part is that's awesome. There's so many good moments in this game. It's easily my favorite game that I've played this year that came out this year.
yeah,
Easily.
definitely.
Um,
And I think the biggest problem, however, is its portrayal of women.
okay. Oh God. Um,
I'm
yeah.
joking. I'm
Well,
joking.
there's a couple of intimate scenes.
Intimate. I think we can call them sex scenes.
Sex scenes.
Yeah, sex scenes.
Now, I think the first time this happens, you're on a train
Hmm.
with the woman. I can't remember her name now. How bad is that?
You keep talking, and maybe I can find that out.
Um, you're on a train, and she kind of has this carriage, and she goes, "Oh, I'm afraid there's only one bed. Is that going to be a problem?" And there's kind of like a look between them, and then there's a little scene um of intimate nature, um, and that's kind of done like
And
it's
yeah,
not really done in like a gratuitous way. It's just kind of like yeah, it's I wouldn't exactly call it tasteful, but
no, I think it's got its place and it's got its reasoning for
it's how
being
the
in the game.
game is.
Yeah, it fits how the game is, and it does a job of explaining something
Yeah.
with the kind of the relationship you're building with the person.
Um,
Um,
the problem maybe is is it the second time? I think there's only two times it happens, isn't there?
second and third.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's two. There's two more.
Oh, okay.
Two
Well,
different positions.
right. Because yeah, the other times it happens, it seems like it was made a little bit kind of
Put in for a
shoehorned.
joke.
Yeah, done in a sort of jokey way, which
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
I
sure
think,
that was really
yeah, I think it kind of fits the ideas of the game and the theme of the game and stuff like that in the way it's presented. However, with there being so much talk right now about maturity levels in games and stuff like that, I think it's really more highlighted for that reason.
yeah. You
Bringing the
probably
game
wouldn't
out
even
five
notice
years
it.
ago.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's done exactly in the vein of how the game portrays everything else. It's not an exception, but it is using sex as a joke,
yeah.
which is what people kind of it's using sex in an immature way, which is what really people are getting all up in arms about.
I suppose that's why the first use of it is so good because I don't know, like it's like a couple of days after him coming out of a 14-year coma.
Yeah,
So you can kind of like, it's almost, and also her job was to look after insane people in a hospital, and it's kind of almost
yeah,
like it's just a kind of release for both these people.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it was done, and you can like read it and you'd be like, okay, that's cool. But then when it carries on, that what happens again, and
There's a slight tone change, I
yeah,
think. but
um,
yeah, whatever, kind of with that.
yeah, but
No, okay, let's not say whatever. Actually,
yeah, we don't care. No, we do care.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a
Cool.
kind of notice draw from it. So 9 out of 10,
Mm, very good
definitely
game.
an awesome game. I can't believe we're in September and still it's the best game that I've played though this year.
Yeah, it's quite surprising with this year, but it is. I think you're right. I definitely recommend people to play it as long as you're over the age of 18.
Yeah.
I'd recommend you to play it.
Oh, it's probably dirt cheap now as well. You've got to
Yeah,
get on that. You've got to get
I
on.
well, if you go on eBay, you may even find out a copy of it on eBay
Oh,
right now, so you may be able to get a bargain from the own reviewers.
nice.
um,
Um, so get on that game. You'll be able to pick it up pretty cheap now. I think I don't know is it just a is it PS4 and Xbox
just
One?
next gen, yeah. PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
So actually, it's probably not going to be that cheap. It's probably going to be about £400 really.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
it's definitely well worth a play. Definitely well worth buying if you eventually get a next gen console, current gen console now.
Current gen, yeah,
Um,
sorry.
so get on Wolfenstein: The New Order. I thought it was brilliant. I gave it 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching our review check of that wonderful game. Carry on looking around starsound.com. Read our other reviews for other PS4 games. Read our other articles as well. Follow us on Twitter at the Starsound UK, and go on our Facebook page. Give us a like, share it, nominate us for an ice bucket challenge. Um, what else is going on? Other
Uh,
topical things.
d-
Hack
leave
our
co-
account.
leave comments about how women are portrayed in games right now, and also try and hack my photo stream, please.
And also leave comments saying how annoying we are. That'd be lovely. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been great talking to you, and we'll see you on another review check on the starsnap.com. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.